it is time for my first discussion of 2016 on the Nin-Cast.
Hello everyone, this is the Nin-Cast. This is the new name for the series that is going to be effectively replacing Nintendo Addict 8 Radio. It's going to basically be the same thing, just with a different name and a different background. I'm no longer going to have a custom thumbnail, because, well, I really felt like I was ripping off Multimedia J by basically copying exactly what he does, so I'm not going to do that anymore. We're just going to have the same backdrop for every video, and I'm going to have a thumbnail that basically reflects what the video actually is. And we'll leave it at that. Because that just is easier. And I just think it works better. So, anyway, yeah. So, let's get started. This is a topic I've been wanting to talk about for years. Ever since E3 2013. Oh, man. I thought I was going to have like 2 hours of stuff to talk about, but I don't know. But E3 is the biggest gaming event of the year, as we all know. However, it has the it's almost the perfect event. You can try out new demos, there's new hardware gets unveiled. It's not just gaming, there's other stuff, like cameras, TVs, all kinds of new tech stuff. But the main thing, of course, is gaming. But there's a bunch of stuff there, it's worthwhile. But it has one very bad thing about it. It is not public. Okay, y'all know how much I'm mad about this. Let me tell you about a story that happened to me about 2.5 to 3 years ago, maybe even a little longer, but E3 2013. Smash Bros, Mario Kart, and the new Mario game was announced. Donkey Kong was announced. So many things that happened at E3, and of course all that Microsoft stuff that happened. No, DRM! Well, of course that's completely gone, but yeah. As far as Nintendo, because I didn't have an Xbox One or a PS4, obviously, because they weren't out yet, and even if they were out, I wouldn't be able to get one for a while. I just got my Xbox One this Christmas, and PS4 is 2017 at the earliest at this point. If I really wanted a PS4, I don't need it anytime soon. I really don't, especially when Android needs to get an Xbox One and everything. Anyways, so I thought I did my research, because I wanted to go to E3 so bad, because I wanted to try out the games and all that stuff. So I looked on Wikipedia and the official website. I didn't see a single thing that said, now this is at the time, I could have missed it, or maybe it wasn't there yet. Maybe when my situation happened, and then they clarified on their website. I highly doubt it was just me, though. But I looked on the website, and I didn't see anything that said anything about it not being public at the time. Remember that, at the time. So, we actually got a day off of school, which is probably the only good thing that happened about the entire thing. Let me get to that. We drove for 2 hours to LA. We got to the E3 Convention Center. We had to spend $20 for parking. And apparently the guy that works there had no idea what the heck was going on, because he could have saved us the trouble if he pointed that out, but I guess he either didn't know, or he didn't know we were going there for E3 or what. So we parked, and we were walking in, and first things first, from what I saw back at E3 2013, it was amazing. It looked awesome, but get this, and this is the thing that has made me almost hate E3. We went inside, and I noticed that everyone who was there not only had a badge, which didn't really surprise me at all, they're all like adults. That was a bad sign, because I knew, wait, if there's only adults here, that can't be a good thing, because you'd think there'd be a bunch of other people here, kids, teenagers, whoever, that want to play these games, yet they're not here. And we walked past the dining area, and No one else there except for adults. And I was like, okay, something is really, really off here. And then we got up to the part where you get the badge. I was so hyped up. I saw there now at the time there was 3 different sections. I swear, 3 different sections. One of them said Nintendo, one of them said Microsoft, one of them said Sony. I wanted to run into all 3 and play so many games. And then my dad just tapped behind me and was like, yeah, we can't go in there. And I'm like, what do you mean? We can't go in there? Because he's like, we're not allowed in there. And I'm like, what do you mean we're not allowed in there? And then she's like, well, it costs like $1,000 for a pit ticket. And I'm like, what? $1,000 for a ticket? No. There's no way that's a real thing. So I got really, really mad and upset to the point where the person that told us that gave us those little E3 badge holder things. I still have those things to this day. They're hanging on my wall. It's a Nintendo Wii U one. It has like Zelda and Mario and all that kind of stuff on it. You don't know how mad I was when I heard that. I was like, there's no way that's real. You're like high. You're whack. There's no way that's real. We did not just go this entire way to get here. Because I'm that kind of person where if we go to a long way to do something and then it doesn't happen, I really get mad about it. You don't even know. It's not just a okay, whatever thing. No. It's a big deal if I don't get what I want. And when we go through all that effort. Now, the only thing that's good that happened that day, and I'm not even finished yet. Just wait. The only thing good that happened that day was the fact that we got to skip school, which is a good thing, I guess. But, anyways, so we got the little badge thingies. I was like, okay, at least we got something. But my mind was like too mad to like complain about that. So we walk outside because obviously we're going home because we can't really do anything. And then there's a guy that's been there since the first E3 back in 1995 when the Nintendo 64 was announced. That long ago. And he was talking about how he's been here every single E3 and he's never been able to get in. And he's like, he's obviously an adult, but even if he's an adult, he couldn't get in. And he tried. He has the money to get in, he's the age, but he can't get in. Why? And here's the most unfair part of it all. There are 3 requirements, at least back then. I don't know if they're the same now, but they probably are. But according to what I saw on the website and from that lady that gave us those E3 thingies as like a sorry you can't come, but we'll give you these like as a sorry or whatever. Oh man. So basically, here's the 3 main rules that basically obliviate. No, I know on their website I checked recently. There's a lot more rules now, but I think the main 3 are these: you have to be 17 or older. You have to have like $1,000 for a ticket, or someone has to pay for your ticket. And then you have to be a part of a gaming company or corporation, or be associated with something tech related. If you are not any of those 3, you're not getting in. That is the stupidest rule I've ever heard of for anything ever. Now, I understand they don't want 5-year-olds or whatever, 10-year-olds or 8-year-olds to come in and make a mess. I understand that. But come on, I'm not going to destroy anything. I'm just here to play some games. Oh, man. Like, how about, like, 14 or 15 or older or something like that? Or, like, honestly, even if it was $100 a ticket, that would have been fun. I know there's no way we would have been able to play anything, because my dad doesn't have $100 lying around for each of us, but I would have been less mad, because I'm like, $100, I'll just remember to do that next year. No, you cannot go there. So unless you work at, like, GameStop, that's the one advantage I could possibly see to working at GameStop. But I still don't think even that would count, because I think you have to be like a part of like their directing board or like a higher up of GameStop to be able to go. You can't just be some regular Joe Schmo that works there part-time, full-time. Or you can't be like that, just a regular guy to go to E3, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how that stuff works, so if anyone knows, and if they think I'm an idiot for not noticing that, then, well, I don't really know. I'm just, yeah. So yeah, E3. There was actually one thing I did find out at E3, like when we walked there. There was that Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare game. They're making a sequel to it that they announced coincidentally at last year's E3. Yeah, but yeah. And I remember I was like, what is that, like Modern Warfare with like zombies or whatever? Like I knew what Plants vs. Zombies and Modern Warfare was. I thought it was like a crossover, like that Chivalry Warfare game. I thought that was actually a legitimate Call of Duty game. That was like warfare. That was like medieval based or whatever. But we did not get far. We got to walk to the dining area and a bunch of different areas of the building. No one, I repeat, no one stopped us. No one, like, wasn't like security or anything. Maybe there is now, but they weren't like stopping us at the door. There was no security like at all, at least for the areas that I went to. We went through like some hallway. I believe I saw Nintendo somewhere, or Microsoft somewhere. I don't know if I just remember those 3 lanes. That's all I can remember. Those 3 lanes in particular. And when I watch people's like tours of E3, I remember like I remember that part. I remember that part of the building. I remember that part of the building. And we're like 10 minutes in, but I still have quite a few things to talk about here. But yeah. E3. So yeah, that's basically the story. We went home. I was really mad, because I was like, Miyamoto and Sakurai were in the same building as me, but I couldn't see them or any of the games because of some stupid rules that shouldn't exist for a conference as big as E3. And this comes to my main point. E3 should not be private. It needs to be public. It's so big in the gaming community. It could be like Comic-Con where they sell out of tickets in like 5 minutes, and that would still be better because at least that means some people can actually have a chance of going there. Even if they had the same 17 rule, I'll be fine with that as long as it was open to the public. This isn't about age rating, this isn't about any of that. This is about being open to the public and for a fair price. Why E3 is not open to the public yet? No, Nintendo has been helping with this. They're the only company that's actually tried to be nice to the gamer with this, because coincidentally that same year, they had that like Nintendo E3 experience thing at Best Buy. They did it 3 times actually, I'll get to that in a second, where they had like Mario Kart 8 and Super Mario 3D World demos and stuff like that at Best Buys. I tried to go to one of them, but my mom didn't want to go, so we couldn't do that. So like, if I could play those games, because those are the only games I really would want to play, except for Smash, but they didn't have Smash available even at E3 to play. Except for that one demo where Sakurai was like Mega Man or whatever. So yeah. We couldn't go to those like Best Buy thingies. Even if we could, they would probably be crowded lines. And of course, the year after that, they had the Smash Bros. One, which is, I really wanted to go to the Smash Bros. One, but they had like 2 or 3 hour lines, and my dad obviously did not want to sit through that. And honestly, I'm not even sure if I would, even if it was for a game of the caliber of Smash. But yeah, E3 needs to go public. Like, if any person has any kind of like role at E3, the like Electronic Association Board or whatever, please listen to us. Please make it public. Even if it's like Comic-Con or World or like BlizzCon where they like sell out in like seconds, that's still better than nothing. And don't tell me that people wouldn't buy it. People would buy it if it was public. People would come to the conference if it was public. Now, if they only had like a certain amount of room in like the like how Microsoft, Sony, and maybe even Nintendo again have their big conferences, even if they could only fit so many people, at least let people play the games. Now, I understand I haven't been to E3, like I haven't been to that part of E3, so I wouldn't know how crowded or how long it would be. And I could see how it would be even longer if there was more people there. So here's what you do. There's 2 options. Either 1, just make E3 flat out public, or 2, and this is do something that Nintendo's done before. Have E3 your normal, annoying, restricted E3, but then have a second one that's for the public, and only people from the public can come. And have it be in like a bigger stadium or a bigger like arena, a bigger area, so there's more room and people can get all to the games faster and there isn't a ton of lines. There, problem solved. Like, I don't get why they haven't done that yet. Seriously, they need to do that already. E3 is still my favorite gaming convention. It is the biggest one. I'm gonna be excited for Nintendo this year when it comes to that, but especially with the NX. But the simple fact is, I could play the NX. I could play NX games this year. But no, E3 has their stupid restrictions. Yeah, you gotta be 17. You gotta be a part of a gaming company. You gotta be a part of a developer. Like, that's stupid. Okay, I got a better question. How do people like the Irate Gamer and Beta64 and Review Tech USA, how all of them get to E3? They're just YouTubers. What? How are they allowed to go to E3? Irate Gamer's been like every single E3 for like the past 5 years. And I've seen his videos. How does the Irate Gamer of all people get in the E3? The Irate Gamer. I love the Irate Gamer. His videos are good, well, at least the like his actual videos, like the history of video games, and of course there's Irate Gamer in general, not his Skylanders videos. Why does he even have Skylanders videos on his channel? Oh, I'm gonna save that for later. I don't need to make a whole discussion about that. But anyways, it's like, how do people like them get in? They don't have any special credentials. They're just someone on YouTube that has like next to no subscribers compared to like PewDiePie. So how the heck do they get in? I've seen people with like 1,000 subscribers be able to go to E3. Is it like a reward or something? Does YouTube have some kind of like E3 acceptance program if you make enough subscribers, or what? How does that work? And I was thinking, well, if it's like the MCNs, like Maker, Full Screen, all those different like MCNs, multi-channel networks, are they the ones that get me E3 passes, or what? Because if there's some way I can go to E3 just for having enough subscribers or something like that, then that'd be nice, but I don't get it. How do they get to go to E3? Like, I understand, like, IGN and GameSpot, and people, like, of course they're gonna go to E3. GameXplain, even GameXplain, because GameXplain's an actual company, I think. GameXplain is actually a company, I think. Like, obviously they're a YouTube channel, they have a website, but I think they're an actual company with a building or something. I don't even know. But that makes sense. How does the Irate Gamer get to E3? I don't get it. He's not like, I don't get it. Make it, E3 needs to be public, and they don't need to have these stupid restrictions. And then the people that can get past the restrictions are people that doesn't make any sense. How people with like 500 subs somehow, some way get to go to E3. I don't get that. Beta64, I love Beta64. He makes great videos, but he has like what, 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, like, but he got to go to E3. He's gonna go to E3 next year. How? I don't get it. How does he get to go to E3? Like, I understand he said, like, in one of his videos, he was like, well, I finally have enough money. Yeah. What about everything else? What about the whole, you gotta be a part of the gaming, like, community or whatever? Like, how did he get that? Like, he doesn't work for IGN or GameSpot. He doesn't work for Nintendo, Ubisoft, Activision. He doesn't work for a developer. He doesn't work for a publisher. He doesn't work for any gaming company. He's just a guy on YouTube. But how the heck does he get to go to E3? It's not the age, it's not the money. Because the money, it's like, well, YouTubers, even though they don't make a ton of money like people think they do, they get enough to go to E3. But how do they get past you gotta be a part of the gaming corporation or something? What gaming corporation are they a part of? I'm guessing it's just the MCNs that allow them to go, for all I know. Maybe they can bypass the system. Yeah. I really hope that E3, and obviously it won't happen this year, but at some point in the future, they'll find a way to do this. Now, there's obviously other, like, stuff like PAX Prime, PAX East, all different PAXs. Those are open to the public, and you can get tickets for not ridiculous prices. But, you know, that's not nearly as big as E3. Gamescom, I actually think is open to the public. I think. Don't quote me on that. But I think last time I checked, it's actually open to the public. And that's like the E3 of Europe. So, and there's Tokyo Game Show. Is Tokyo Game Show open to the public? I don't even know. I don't think so, but if it is, then... But I know, I'm pretty sure Gamescom is, and I think TV... I don't know. But it's like most of the other conventions for gaming, they're all public. Most of them are public. But how come E3, which is the biggest one, that one does not get to be public? I just don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna stop ranting now. I got some other... I need to finish part 3 of the review, so... Yeah, hope you enjoyed the first episode of the Nin-Cast. If you guys have any more logo ideas, or really any ideas for any topics, put in the comments section below. And yeah, hope you enjoyed listening to me rant about E3 for 20 minutes. So yeah, this is Nintendo Addict 8, signing out.